Good morning. Um, Mike is teaching a class, and I had to leave. Well, I didn't have to leave, but I had to be quiet in the house. And so instead, I figured I'd leave a little bit early for work and do my live. So here I am. This is my front lawn. All right, that's my house, my neighborhood. I love my neighborhood. I think it's charming and adorable. It's still winter, so ignore the mess of everything. My yard is not that color in the summer. It's beautiful. But this is where I am. So a little bit about that. So this morning was the first nice enough day to take my little pupperoo for a walk. I think we overdid it a little. She definitely looks sore. She's getting old. She's about 10. I'll add a picture to the comments so you can see my little love bug, my little Ruby. And while I was walking, I thought about something. Of course I did. I'm always thinking. Who isn't, right? I thought about how... Okay, so for those of you that don't know, I grew up very, very sick. As a child, they referred to it as severe asthma. But I've been hospitalized more times than I can count. I'm currently on steroids. I grew up very sick. And as a child, you know, doctors don't know what they know now. And honestly, a lot of them still give this same advice. But basically, their solution to me was to not move. I had to go through extreme lengths. But I wasn't allowed to participate in gym, which, I mean, I wasn't complaining about that. But, you know, I wanted to play soccer when I was a kid, and running is not my strongest suit. But I wasn't allowed to. I had to fight to swim. I did compete in swimming in high school. Poorly. But I did it, and I loved it. And then my senior year, my doctor thought I might be allergic to chlorine. I'm not. And they thought that it was too much for me, so I wasn't allowed to do it then, which broke my heart, honestly. I was told not to run. I was told moving my body would make it worse. And sometimes it does. I have to know my limits. It's so important. And then my grandparents got sick. Now, this was in my mid-20s when this happened. My grandparents got sick. And my mom told me, she said something to me during that time. And she said, as long as you're moving, you're alive. And it's because my grandparents basically just watch TV all day, which is so sad. I think about that a lot. And I'm like, that is not a life I want to live. You know, I want to experience my life to the best that I can. I want to experience everything. But that movement piece, if your body is in movement, you are alive, really stuck with me. Really, you know, it really hit me hard. And I mean, in my early 20s, I worked out an insane amount, 18 to 21. I worked out an insane amount, but it was because, I wanted, I'm just going to be honest, I wanted to go to my high school reunion in 10 years and be like, haha, I'm hot. I didn't even go to my high school reunion, nor do I think I ever will. But that's not here nor there. Sorry. Okay, hair, what are we doing? Okay, let's turn this way then, which is fine. When I turned 21, I realized I spent so much of my time working out that I didn't have any friends. And so what I did then was I stopped working out and I started partying. And I gained a lot of weight. I gained a lot of weight and messed up a lot of things. Yeah, don't recommend that route. But it wasn't until my mid-20s when my mom said that to me that I realized how important it was for me to continuously move my body. And it's been a journey. Immediately, that meant to me that I needed to push myself really, really hard all the time, and that's not true. That's not true at all. And now I realize that I can move my body to the way that she needs, and that is good enough. That is good enough. And what's really interesting is what I do when I'm sick, because this is not something I would have done before. And I guess this is really more for the people that that know what it's like to be constantly sick. And there are illnesses out there where moving is not an option. I get that. That's not, if this isn't about you, that's okay. It doesn't have to be. But this is for the people that it might be about. When I get sick, like I just had COVID, and I have asthma, I have a degenerative lung disease, I have vocal cord dysfunction. So I have a lot of things that affect my breathing. And when I had COVID, the first week, I made sure to get up and get on my treadmill every day for about a half mile, and I did it at 1.3 on the treadmill. So treadmills can go up to like 7, I think. That's not my jam. I never go above 3.5. I'm slow and I'm proud. But I did, I think it was 1.3, and I did a half mile for the first week. And then after the first week, I couldn't do it anymore. I was too sick, and that's okay. But that first week, getting that movement in, I think is a huge reason why I moved through COVID the way I did. Because when I got COVID, I was convinced I was going to die. You can ask my best friends. They even, I told Katie that she had to take my dog if I died. So I was prepared for that outcome. I really was. But I believe that continuously moving my body, even when I'm not feeling well, is the reason I am as healthy as I am. And I am. I'm healthier than I've ever been in my entire life. I haven't been admitted to the hospital in 6 years, which, okay, that's normal for a lot of people. I used to get admitted on average 5 times a year for a week each, on average. So going 6 years, I went to the ER once for my breathing in the last 6 years, is amazing. And I fully believe that it's because when your body is in motion, you are alive. And so I'm not saying push yourself to the point where you end up hospitalized. I don't do that, nor would I ever recommend that for anybody. I'm saying maybe move a little bit more today. Listen to your body. She knows what she needs. And even though it might feel, even if the doctors say, no more movement for you, maybe you do a little bit. I'm not a doctor. I'm not saying, yes, I just said go against your doctor's wishes, but but I'm not saying put yourself in harm. I'm saying a body in movement is a body alive. Oof. A little worried I ruffled some feathers today. But this is my reality, this is my truth, and so it might not be everyone's truth, but it might be some of yours, so I'm sharing it. Alright guys, love you, talk to you soon, bye.